Mm. Yeah, doing my sports and I rather
You like being in the game, okay. And what's your name again?
Marco.
Marco?
Marco.
Huh?
Marco.
Marco. Alright, which one of your struggles, Marco?
Mm.
Cleaning up. So yours will be chores too. Alright, so this will give you a little insight, Brother Brandon. He said one of his struggles is, or the one that's something that he consistently think about, is making the seat at age 18.
Right.
Alright, now we on my little brother right here. What's your name again? Isaiah. What's one of the struggles?
Najee.
Najee. Nazir.
Oh, Nazee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He
wow,
leaves,
yeah.
man. He leaves, man. You see how he said that? Nazir. Yeah, I like him. All right, go ahead, Nazir. Give me one of your struggles. It could be anything, just anything. It could be getting up going to school in the morning. Throw one out there. Throw one out there what you feel comfortable talking about. Is that considered of school? Okay, doing your work in school. So distraction. Distraction, okay.
Yeah. And that's I mean, that's good. Like, so I mean, so let's deal with Kanye. What Kanye said, like, why? What are some reasons why you feel like you wouldn't make it to C18?
It's like, I wouldn't say every day, but probably like every week a child or something, like, we found out they got killed or something.
Right.
And most of the time it's probably for, what's the word? You think that's somebody, but it's not them.
Right.
And, no guidance.
No guidance.
Mm.
So violence is real. I mean, we see it going on all the time. People getting shot, people getting killed. So where does violence come from? Nazir, why do people become violent? Anger. Yeah, not anger. Well, what you think? It what?
So the struggle, he said the struggle.
Yeah, the struggle, yeah.
Okay.
What you think, Jamal?
From where you come from, it is a struggle, and like you have to survive. And so you do stuff.
And let me say this, right? It's no wrong answers. There's no wrong answers. We just sitting here having a conversation, right, about issues for real. And so understand this, like I know sometimes we think that we gotta say what sound good, but it may not be the right answer or the real answer. That makes sense? Yeah, y'all give us the right answer, but it's not the real answer. You think that's what we want to hear, but we ain't gonna get nowhere with that. So I mean, like, look, we sitting here, we know different from y'all. So we want to hear what's real, like how you feeling for real. So when we think about a man, what comes to y'all mind when y'all think about a man? Like, what is a man? Like in your mind?
Definition?
Yeah, what is your definition of a man? Anybody? It's anybody. We going around the room.
To be honest, I don't even know.
Okay, that's good. Hold on. Anybody else? What is a man? Cause y'all want to be men, right? Y'all gonna be men one day. Like when they say when y'all turn 18, that by law makes you, or 21, that makes you, you know, by law, a man. But that don't mean, that's age-wise. But we talking about, in y'all mind, when y'all think about a man, what comes to mind? Like, what makes a person a man?
Y'all got your pens?
Yeah, that's why we gave y'all books too.
Let's
This is
jot
y'all
some of
book.
this down.
Like, y'all gotta write this information down. Because y'all gonna have homework, it's not a game. This is, we learning stuff in here that we ain't gonna get nowhere else. And we need it for our survival. Like our survival, because I'm saying, somebody don't wanna see y'all make it to 18. You feel me? Somebody wanna see y'all in jail before y'all 18. Or somebody wanna see y'all dead before y'all 18. So we here to counteract that what society may say y'all not gonna do. So y'all definitely gotta write some of this stuff down. So what is a man? What y'all think about? What makes a person a man? Is it,
It's like doing older things.
you say what?
It's like doing older things.
Doing older things?
So is it safe to say responsibility?
Yeah, like
So being responsible.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
Let's
write
jot
that,
that down.
write that down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I apologize.
Like you can do things that child can't. Like going out having a gun.
Now, you know,
So write down man and then put beside that responsible. That's one thing we're gonna put beside that. Now, first
so
page.
we're gonna start with the date. What's today's date? The 13th, if I'm not mistaken, right? Okay. And we're gonna write our acronym for group.
They.
Okay. And today's topic we're talking about is, what is your definition of a man, or what is a man? So the first bullet we said, which would be responsibility, right?
So put man. M-A-N. I mean, I went to Dunbar. Y'all get the joke? Responsible. Y'all not spelling responsible? You not spelling it's all good. R-E. We in here all trying to learn. We all trying to learn. We all trying to better ourselves. And this way it started. R-E-S-P-O-N-S-I-B-L-E. Yeah.
All right, so Jamal. Now Zay gave me one. Give me another one.
Who was Jamal?
Oh, Jamar Yen.
Jamar.
Jamari. Okay, I gotta get good with these names. What's my name? Alright, what's my name? Alright, there we go. I'm just making sure. I didn't want to feel left out. That's good, y'all paying attention. So give me another one, Jamar. Perseverance. That's what you said? Woo! Y'all find this young man out. Woo! That ain't big words. They ain't take that at. Okay, perseverance.
Perseverance. So before we go any further, being responsible means what? Handling your business, taking care of things.
I'm just dealing with a call.
What being responsible mean as a man? Providing for your family. So all y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
Being taking care of business, providing for your family. What else? Do a man sell drugs?
There's no right or wrong
There's no
answer.
right or wrong answer. Remember we said we don't want to hear the right answer. We want to hear the real answer. So the question is, do a man sell drugs? Why?
Said why?
Yeah. Huh?
She hate money.
To make money? We're gonna deal with that. Yeah, we're gonna deal with that. So, cause we said a man is responsible, right? So, if this man sells drugs to take care of his family, that's why he would be selling drugs, right? What's gonna happen when he get caught? Jail. Y'all agree?
Yeah.
So he get caught because drugs not right. Selling drugs, is that right or is that the wrong thing to do?
That's illegal, right? It's the wrong thing.
And you know if you get caught selling drugs, where we going at?
Yeah.
Jail. Or where else?
Or the ground.
The grave. Right? So if I'm selling drugs and I go to jail to take care of my family, who gonna take care of my family once I go to jail? Who? The mother. Okay. But whose job is it? Well, it's both parents' job, but that means, yeah.
That's right.
Why? Because why is it more the father's job? Because he's the man.
Exactly. Good answer.
Right.
Good answer.
So if the man goes out there and sells drugs to try to provide income for his family, he's making a bad decision because the man is a decision maker, a good decision maker. Right? He's a good decision maker. And so what we're trying to do is, for this program, we're trying to produce right thought and conscious thinking. So a man is a good decision maker. So if a man is a good decision maker, going out there selling drugs wouldn't be a good decision. Because when you go to jail, let's just deal with this for a second. We got to make this plain. When you go to jail, do anybody know what jail like? Huh?
I don't think,
Okay. But if you sell drugs, you're going to get some experience with jail. But being in jail is this. You can't see your family and your friends. You can't go as you please. You stuck. Somebody telling you what you gotta do all day, every day. You can't eat where you want to eat. You can't go where you want to go. You can't wear them slick clothes you got. So men don't do that. A man is one who take care of his family, but the word man comes from the word manos, which means mind. We gotta write that down. The word manos is M-I-N-O-S. M-I-N-O-S. N-O-S.
And that word is what I had, right?
It's a Latin word. That's where the word man comes from.
Right.
And guess what that word means? Mind. M-I-N-D. So what do that mean? No. So the word man comes from the word manos, which means mind. What is that saying? What is that saying? What is that saying, Marco? You gotta think. You gotta think. If you don't use your mind, God gave us a brain to think. If we don't use our brain to think, we'll be lost. So just like we had an idea that I'm gonna go out there and sell some drugs, that's a bad thought. That's a bad thought. Why would the man feel like he gotta go out there and sell some drugs?
To survive and feed his family.
To survive and feed his family? Why would a man, anybody, why would a man feel like he gotta go out there and sell drugs? What you think?
Trying to keep his family alive.
Trying to keep his family alive? Alright, man. I mean, all those reasons why somebody would go out there and do that, but at the end of the day, we gotta understand that we gotta be a good decision maker. And we gotta know that if I go do that, I'm gonna leave my son behind. I'm gonna leave my daughter behind. I'm gonna leave my mother behind. Cause once you're in jail, that's it. You wanna add something to it, bro?
When you talk about a man, we're gonna get into a man, but we're gonna talk about these bad habits, and we talked about selling drugs. Now, in order to be a man, you have to be home, you have to be able to provide, right? And we all know that there's plenty of opportunity or sources out here to provide. Selling drugs is not just one. But when you enter yourself into that type of lifestyle, you also open the doors for your family to be harmed or injured or anything, even yourself. Now, what I'm trying to get into is that when you sell drugs, you think it just stopped when you start selling drugs? Huh? You think that it stopped? What about when your homeboy around the corner get in some beef for selling drugs on that dude corner, and he bring you into it? You understand what I'm saying? What if that dude bring you into it and he go home now, he at your front door? You see what I'm saying? So we gotta also, when you talk about that, you gotta be a critical thinker. That's why we don't want you to go down that path. We don't want you to go that direction. So what we're trying to explain is that in order, one of the steps of being a man is thinking. You gotta always think. Just like when we go to class in the morning, we open our books and we trying to solve that math problem, we using our brain. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be better than the next man beside you. You see what I'm saying? You gotta sometimes have to think for the person beside you. You see what I'm saying? Because if you do not think for yourself, then somebody else will think for you, which will lead you astray and leave you out here to the dogs to eat. So, responsibility. Responsibility, I heard a couple of dudes in here say they don't like doing chores. Well, let me ask you a question. If I had a football team, right, and I said that you need to be practiced at 3:45 from the time you go out, right? This is what you like to do. This is what you want to do, right? This is your dream. You want to be a football player, right? And I say be there at 3:45, right? Is that a responsibility? That's a responsibility. But it's a responsibility. Why would you be there? Why would you be there? Because it's beneficial to you, right? Okay, so cleaning your house is the same thing. If you come home and mom say, I need you to wash these dishes, and you don't wash them dishes, now we don't even have clean things to eat out of. You see what I'm saying? It's about maturity. It's about being a man. It ain't a fact I don't want to do it. It's, you know what, I'm the man of the household. I got to start exhibiting this behavior, so let me go ahead and knock that out. So now when you go to mom and say, Mom, can I go out or can I play this game? She don't have no argument with you because you have took care of your responsibilities. You understand? Just like if we're in a football and I say come to practice, I'm not going to give you no duck walks if you come 3:45. But if you come to Brother Twin team and Brother Brandon team at 3:46, I need a duck walk around the whole park. I may make you do 5 of them because you had a responsibility and you did not live up to the responsibility. You want me to treat you as a young man, so when I'm dealing that out, I need you to perform as a young man.
Right. Y'all agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm saying like selling drugs, that's a cop out. Because again, y'all got y'all mind. Any thought that you can think of. Let me tell y'all this, my so-called best decision got me 30 years in prison. I thought that was my best decision. See, y'all probably looking at me like, yeah, he got a suit on. Who is him? You know what I mean? What is he gonna say? I did 16 years in prison. You 14, right? Your whole life. In a cell. Because I made bad decisions. So that's why we here trying to teach y'all about manhood. Because we want y'all to make good decisions. Not decisions that's going to land y'all inside of a cell. I got locked up at the age of 20. Soon I graduated high school. Locked up. 30 years. Judge said, you want to carry guns? You want to hurt people? 30 years. I did 16 years in a cell. So I'm here telling y'all that y'all don't got to do that. But you got to use your mind. You got to want better for yourself. Like, you can't look at yourself like as, you know, someone who want to run the streets. Because if you run the streets, man, the reality is you're going to die. Or you're going to go to jail. How many people want to die in here early? Nobody, right? Why you don't want to die? We going around the room. Everybody need to answer that question. Why you don't want to die?
I can use a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be able to see my mama, nobody.
Right. Why you don't want to die?
I don't want to die because I got a whole family to love.
Right.
And I don't want to miss it.
Right. Why you don't want to die?
I want to live as long as I can. And I spend time with my family.
Right. Same question.
I feel like I got like a lot to live for.
Right. Dad, y'all got life. Do y'all know y'all can do? You believe you can do anything? Huh?
Yeah.
What you do? You believe you can do anything? You believe you can do anything? Listen, you can do anything you want to do with your life. But you got to think ahead first. Everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. If you can think it in your mind, because I know, have y'all ever been into a situation where though you seen that girl, right? And you just know that you can get her? Yeah. Like you know you can get her. You feel like that? You ever been in that car yet? Yeah. What about you, Jamal? Right? I'm saying though, this real though. In your mind, you're like, I can get her. Why do you feel like that in your mind? What makes you think like that, Nazir?
This is dead.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Ain't no question.
Yeah.
You is that. Like I'm saying on every level though. You that. Y'all got to know that. Yeah, all y'all that. So that means that anything y'all want to do, you can do it. You can do it, man. But see, if nobody never told you that, right? Because society, what does society say about black men? What society say?
We the dead in jail.
Yeah, we did. What they call us, gangsters? They call us killers. They call us thugs, predators. They say we lazy. So now we saying, what's the new thing we saying? What's up, dummy? Now we call ourselves dummies. So all these negative things, if somebody's saying that's you begin thinking that in your mind, like, yeah, I must be a dummy. I must be a killer. I must be a gangster. And then if you're thinking that in your mind, you're going to start acting out in your everyday life. Now when you're in the streets, you thinking of yourself as that. You carry yourself as that. You thinking that as a man, you got to go sell drugs. You thinking as a man, I got to go rob people. That makes me, I got to go beat people up. I got to go hard. That makes sense? It don't make sense?
Oh. Okay.
Alright, so we got paper. We're gonna start off reading this paper. Y'all gonna take that home with y'all. Y'all gotta bring, whatever I give y'all, y'all need to bring back every time. This is y'all book. Y'all responsible for y'all paperwork. Y'all need to bring it back every time. They got this. Y'all, I know you ain't have that hood on.
Come on, bro. That's slick right there.
Yeah, but you know,
Hey,
yeah.
he said we gonna get a name for we gonna get a name for him.
He said he that.
Yeah, he that. And we gonna call him that when he come in. That to walk in. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. I'm that too. That's how I feel. So I'm with you. Yeah, I ain't want to know. You ain't gonna tell me I ain't that. I'm gonna tell you wrong.
So look, this is important. This is called, this is reflections. So we're gonna read this first paragraph. Matter of fact, we're gonna break this down piece by piece. It say a man's mind may be likened to a garden. A man's mind may be likened to a garden. Y'all read the first line. We reading this first line. The first line. I ain't even reading. We gonna read the first sentence. Jamal, come on, tighten up, so. A man's mind may be likened to a garden. What does that mean, Jamal? What is a garden?
Something called garden.
Okay. Okay, a place where you plant stuff at. So it's saying a man's mind may be likened to a garden.
The things that you learn.
No, come on. Hold up, bring that out. What you about to say?
The things that you learn, you do. The things that you think is worth it.
Okay. What you about to say?
Like, alright. So a man's mind, like, rules.
There you go. That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
What y'all got to say? A man's mind may be likened to a garden. So what's a garden? What do people do with gardens? You know what a garden is? So what you see in a garden at? I'm in the neighborhood somewhere, you see a garden. So what do people put in gardens? Plants, what? Seeds, right? So your mind is like a garden. That's what it's saying. So if your mind is like a garden, that means that in a garden, you put seeds in a garden, right? So that means that your mind, people put seeds in your mind. How can a person put a seed in your mind?
Showing you.
Huh?
Showing you.
Showing you what? Something. Showing you something. So if I showed you a gun right now, that's a seed going into your mind. Y'all feel that? If I showed y'all some drugs, right? That's a seed going into your mind, because y'all looking at me like, dang, oh yeah, that's how you doing? Dang. If I had a lot of women, that's a seed going into your mind. I got a suit on. That's a seed going into your mind. So a man's mind may be likened to a garden, meaning if you watch violence, black men on movies killing all the time, that's a seed going into your mind. If you watch the news, if you see a dead body, somebody get killed, you sitting on your steps and you see somebody get killed, that's a seed.
The music you listen to?
The music you listening to, what you like? Who you like? Yeah, rap.
Artist.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah. Boost.
No, Young Moose.
Oh, Moose.
He like a YBS school type dude.
Who
Yeah. I knew it.
you like?
I like any type of music.
But yeah, who like NBA Youngboy? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he plants seeds in y'all mind. Now the question is them seeds gonna take root? What we doing right here is planting seeds in y'all mind. So
So it's like showing the side and saying, like, if you go to do it.
right, that's it. But you don't know that the seed being planted though. Cause you like, cause the saying is you are what you eat. If you eat a bunch of candy all day, you're not gonna be healthy, are you? If you eat snacks, I got you. If you eat snacks, Debbie's, cookies all day, you're not gonna be healthy. So it's the same thing. If you feed a bunch of bull crap in your mind all day, you're not gonna be thinking right.
Alright, so I'm gonna give you two examples. My first example is this. Alright, let's talk about we use NBA Youngboy, right? He a rapper, okay? He a rapper, so he a young rapper too. Alright, so it's safe to say that he has not experienced his life to its totality. He hasn't experienced life like that, right? But what he has done is perfected his craft. And his craft is making music. You see what I'm saying? He make music that y'all listen to, that I also listen to, right? So that's what he did. He perfected his craft, and that's why he's at the where he's at in life right now, because he concentrated in his craft. Now, we don't know, because we don't personally know NBA Youngboy. You see what I'm saying? So we don't know what he done in his life. You know what I'm saying? We just know that because we feel like we are from the struggle, that we can relate to his music, right? Okay, so I'm gonna give you another example. I'm young, I like the way I like to look slick, like you, I like to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about, where does that thought come from? You see what I'm saying? Where does that come from? Why do I want to look nice? What is fueling me to want to feel this way? So is it safe to say? I would say it's women. It's women. I like to look nice because I like women. Okay? So don't know women like no dirty boy. Is that true? You know that, don't you? You know that. You look like you a ladies' man. Look, you got earring in his ear and everything. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to get to is that when you sit there and we talking about